this challenge as an opportunity to learn and grow. Remember that with each question you conquer, you're refining your skills and moving closer to your success. You're presented with a 3x3 matrix. The first column in the matrix has numbers 4, 9, and 5. The second column has numbers 12, 63, and 35. And then the third column has numbers 3, 7, and then comes the missing number, which you need to calculate and select out of 4 possible choices. Choice A, 2, choice B, 3, choice C, 7, and last but not least, choice D, 8. Here's what we're gonna do. Give yourself some time to eliminate incorrect choices, verify your answers, and let's reconnect on the other side, where you're one step closer to mastering your skills and achieving success. Time's up. Are you ready with your answer? As you might have guessed, I tried to trick you by presenting numbers in the columns instead of in the rows. Let me know if my attempt was successful in comments. And the pattern here is really simple. The middle number in each row is the result of multiplying the numbers on the left and on the right in that same row. Let's look at the first row for the example. 4 multiplied by 3 equals 12. Second row follows the same pattern. 9 multiplied by 7 equals 63. And now is the magic time to calculate the missing number. To calculate it, we need to do the division. 35 divided by 5 equals 7. So the correct answer here is choice C, 7. Tackling this question is like getting the last drop of ketchup out of the bottle. Requires a bit of effort, but it's totally worth it. Just like with this question, once you crack it, you will be on the roll. You're presented with the sequence of numbers. 2, 5, 26, 101, 10, and then comes the missing number, which you need to calculate and select out of 4 possible choices. Choice A, 3, choice B, 4, choice C, 5, and last but not least, choice D, 7. Are you feeling a bit stuck? Just like that last drop of ketchup? I've been there too. Let me give you a quick hint to help you squeeze it out. Take a close look at the sequence of numbers and the sequence of shapes. The sequence of shapes might remind you a roof. Why do you think that is? Also, what do we know about the roof? It goes up on one side, on the left side, and then it goes down. Could it be that the numbers in the sequence also follow this pattern? I have full confidence you've got it now. And I see that you squeezed the every last hidden drop of ketchup from that poor bottle, my fellow ketchup squeezer. Now the adventure is all yours. Or maybe it's future yours task, the wise subscriber to online training for everyone. And as you celebrate your ketchup squeezing success, drop a note in the comments with how many drops you've managed to squeeze out and how many questions you've got right. And let me know which questions in this video was the favorite for you to solve. Time's up. Are you ready with your answers? As you might have guessed, the pattern in the sequence is very simple. The numbers follow a sequence that moves in 2 directions and reverses in the middle, just like the roof. The next number is found by squaring the previous number and adding 1. Let's look at the example. The first number is 2. To calculate the next number, we need to square 2, which would result in 4, and add 1, and the result would be equal 5. Let's calculate the next number. 5 squared plus 1 equals 25 plus 1 and equals 26. Now the trick here is that the pattern reverses. We need to start our calculations with the rightmost number, which we don't know, which is the question mark. Let's verify though that the pattern did in fact reverse. 10 squared plus 1 equals 101. And you know what time it is now. It's time to calculate the missing number. Number 10 can only be calculated one way using this formula. 3 squared plus 1 equals 10. So the correct answer here is choice A, 3. You're presented with 3 three-digit numbers. Each number has a missing digit. Your goal is to calculate the missing digits, and your answer should be selected out of 4 possible choices. Choice A, 1, 8, and 1. Choice B, 1, 7, and 1. Choice C, 0, 7, and 1. And last but not least, choice D, 0, 8, and 1. Time's up. Are you ready to share your answer? I truly hope that you found your solution, so let's go ahead and compare the answers. But before I show you the actual calculations, let me share with you the approach on how to solve these types of challenges. There are two fundamental principles that you can use to solve it. Number one, you need to start by adding the digits in each column from right to left. Remember, from right to left, including any carryovers from the previous columns. And as the second principle, you need to use the total sum of each column to determine the missing digits, ensuring that the final sums match the provided bottom row numbers. With that in mind, let's start with the rightmost column. 8 plus 3 equals 11. So missing digit is 1 here, and we have to carry 1 as well. Let's move to the middle column. 8 plus 7 plus 1, this is the carry number, equals 16. So missing digit is 7, and we have to carry 1 again. And then the leftmost column is probably the trickiest of them all. 4 plus 1, which we carry, equals 5. So the missing digit here is 0. Let's verify our calculations just in case. 88 plus 473 equals 561. So missing digits are 0, 7, and 1. And the correct answer here is choice C. Admit it or not, but solving this problem is just like finding a piece of the treasure map. Each solved question reveals a clue, guiding you closer to the hidden treasure of your full potential. You are presented with unusually looking but very cool 4 circle shapes. There are 3 groups of 4 circle shapes, and each shape inside this group has a number inside. In the first shape, the numbers are 3, 7, 5, and then number 2 in the middle. In the second group, the numbers are 4, 14, 6, and then number 3 in the middle. And then in the third group, the numbers are 5, 23, number 4 in the middle, and then comes the missing number in the bottom left corner, which you need to calculate and select out of 4 possible choices. Choice A, 5, choice B, 6, choice C, 7, and choice D, 8. Pause for a moment, harness your creativity, and let's face this challenge together. The answer is just waiting for your insightful touch. Are you ready to showcase your solution? Let's get into it and see how our answers match up. Just like in the magic trick, the answer might surprise you. But the pattern here is rather simple. You need to multiply bottom left number by the middle number and then subtract the top number to get to the result in the bottom right corner. Let's look at the example. 5 multiplied by 2 minus 3 equals 7. Let's continue the calculations in the next group. 6 multiplied by 3 minus 4 equals 14. And then let's calculate the missing number. 7 multiplied by 4 minus 5 equals 23. So the correct answer here is choice C, 7. To solve this challenge, let's draw the energy and inspiration from Henry Ford, who once famously remarked, "Failure is simply the opportunity to begin again, this time more intelligently." Every question you tackle is a chance for you to learn and grow. Use this knowledge as a ladder to climb towards your career goals. You need to build English business word, and you're presented with the wheel, which has letters A, E, D, then comes first missing letter, then the letter N, second missing letter, letter L, and then comes the last missing letter. Your choices for the missing letters are choice A, T-O-R, choice B, N-G-I, choice C, D-I-E, and last but not least, choice D, M-L-I. Time's up. Are you ready to show your answer? Let me give you a quick hint. The word we're looking at is related to project management, and the meaning of this word is crucial for ensuring that project milestones are met on time, helping to manage the expectations of all stakeholders and keeping the project on track towards successful completion. As you might have correctly guessed, the word is deadline. In project management, a deadline refers to the specific date by which a task, project, or phase or entire project must be completed. So the missing letters are D, I, and E, and the correct answer here is choice C. Don't you think this is the word to die for? I hope you would agree to try to imagine this question as a stepping stone across the river of challenges. With all of your efforts toward the correct answer, you're building a bridge to the island of your triumph. You need to determine the smallest answer among 4 possible choices. Choice A, 2/5 plus 3/4. Choice B, square root of 4 minus 0.75. Choice C, 1.2 plus 1/8. And last but not least, choice D, 2/3 multiplied by 2. Take a moment to gather your thoughts, tap into your imaginative side, and let's triumph over this challenge together. Your solution almost ready and definitely within reach. Are you ready with your solution? I am eager to see it, so let's proceed and compare the answers. The best way to solve this challenge is to solve it for each expression and convert the end result to decimals. Let's start with the first expression, 2/5 plus 3/4. 2/5 equals 0.4. 3/4 equals 0.75. 0.4 plus 0.75 equals 1.15. Now let's look at expression B. Square root of 4 minus 0.75. Square root of 4 is 2. 2 minus 0.75 equals 1.25. Let's go to the choice C. 1.2 plus 1/8. 1/8 equals 0.125. 1.2 plus 0.125 equals 1.325. And in choice D, we have 2/3 multiplied by 2. 2/3 multiplied by 2 equals 4/3, and 4/3 equals 1.33. Since number of digits after decimal point goes into infinity. So let's summarize what we've got. For choice A, we got 1.15. For choice B, the result is 1.25. For choice C, 1.325. And last but not least, choice D is 1.33. So the smallest result is 1.15, and the correct answer is choice A, 2/5 plus 3/4. Believe it or not, but deciphering this question feels like trying to understand cats' mood swings. Complicated and probably impossible. But in this channel, we support each other and have full confidence that you will persevere in this challenging task. You're presented with 3x3 matrix. The matrix has numbers inside. The numbers are 3, 4, and then comes the missing number, followed by 6, 12, and 20, followed by 12, 36, and 80. You need to select your answer out of 4 possible choices. Choice A, 3. Choice B, 4. Choice C, 7. And last but not least, choice D, 5. What makes this question interesting is the fact that it's a little unusual from the other ones. I'll explain it later, but for now, just focus on solving it. Give yourself enough time to come up with the solution. Are you ready? I'm going to continue this adventure, and if you have an idea of how to understand cats' mood swings, or maybe have better ideas how to solve this question, make sure to post in comments. Remember I told you about unusual way of solving this question. Typically, missing number is calculated number, but in this case, missing number is one of the source numbers used for the calculations. The good thing is once you consider this, the pattern here is very simple. The left column number is multiplied by an increment and equals middle column number. And then middle column number multiplied by an increment equals the right column number. Increment is set per row. For example, for the top row, the increment is 2. For the middle row, the increment is 3. And for the bottom row, the increment is 4. Let's look at the calculations to better understand this example. Let's look at the first row. We have numbers 3, 6, and 12. 3 multiplied by 2, which is an increment, equals 6. Then 6 multiplied by 2 equals 12. For the middle row, the calculations are 4 multiplied by 3, which is the increment for the middle row, equals 12. 12 multiplied by 3 equals 36. And for the last row, we have our missing number, which is 5. 5 multiplied by 4 equals 20, and 20 multiplied by 4 equals 80. So the correct answer here is choice D, 5. As you're probably well aware, Henry Ford is known not just the father of modern assembly line, but he has also coined an amazingly accurate wisdom widely used to help people challenge their thinking and improve themselves. Whether you believe you can or believe you can't, you are right. Same is true for you trying to solve this interesting and tricky question. You are presented with 3 cool-looking triangles. Each triangle has 4 numbers inside and 1 number on the top in the circle. For the first triangle, the numbers inside are 1, 3, and 4, 2 on the top, and 6 in the middle inside the other shaded triangle. The second triangle has numbers 3, 2, and 4, number 3 on the top, and number 7 in the middle. And then the last, third triangle has numbers 5, 4, and 6, number 2 on the top, and then missing number in the middle. You need to calculate the missing number and select out of 4 possible choices. Choice A, 13, choice B, 14, choice C, 15, and last but not least, choice D, 16. Let's approach this with fresh eyes and innovative thinking. Are you ready to showcase your solution? Let's get into it to see how our answers match up. To solve these types of challenges, you need to detect the pattern. Typically, the missing number is the result of the calculations. And in this case, the pattern is that the bottom left number added to the upper triangle number in the power of the number in the circle minus the bottom right number calculates the number in the shaded triangle. Let's look at the example. 1 plus 3 in the power of 2 minus 4 equals 6. This is how number inside the shaded triangle was calculated. Let's verify this logic with the second triangle. 3 plus 2 in the power of 3 minus 4 equals 7. Now we can easily calculate the missing number. 5 plus 4 in the power of 2 minus 6 equals 15. So the correct answer here is choice C, 15. When I started looking at this question, I realized that attempting to solve it feels like trying to light a match in the wind. Sometimes you get a spark, but most of the time you end up with the metaphoric blown-out candle. You're presented with the equation, which is built with matches. You need to move 1 matchstick to fix this equation, because the way it looks, it's not correct. The current equation is 7 minus 4 equals 5, which is mathematically is not correct. It is a very simple equation, and all you need to do is to move just 1 match. And the best thing is whether you're pro or newcomer, I trust you to conquer this challenge. You've got this. Take your time, get creative, and let's crack this puzzle together. Are you ready? To solve this challenge, let's first look at the rules of what you cannot do to solve it. Number 1 rule is you can't break the sticks. Number 2 is that less and greater signs are not allowed in these equations. And last but not least is you cannot use not equal sign. For example, you can move 1 stick and come up with the correct equation, 1 minus 4 not equal to 5. But this is not allowed. So what can you do then to solve this challenge? Let's look at simple tips that you can apply to get to the correct solution. Number 1, you need to engage in mental visualization before making any physical moves. Envision the potential rearrangement of matchsticks and how they might alter the equation. The most important consideration here, which makes this problem so challenging, is that moving 1 matchstick changes 2 elements of the equation: source, where you took the matchstick from, and the destination. This is why each move should be carefully considered, taking into account its impact on both the original and new elements within the equation to achieve the desired result. Once you follow the simple tips, you need to ensure that the move aligns with the mathematical rules and creates a valid solution. And the solution here is rather simple. You need to take 1 matchstick from the first digit and move it to the mathematical sign. The correct equation here is 1 plus 4 equals 5. With this question, prepare yourself for a cognitive challenge that promises to engage your intellect more than a challenging crossword puzzle. It's a mental marathon, and your brain is a star athlete here. You're presented with 4 circles. 3 circles has numbers. The numbers are 125, 49, 146, and then comes the missing number that you need to calculate. Let me point your attention to one factor that may or may not be important. The circles are connected with the lines. I will let you decide on the importance of this factor yourself. After you determine the calculation strategy, you need to select your final answer out of 4 possible choices. Choice A, 56. Choice B, 64. Choice C, 81. And last but not least, choice D, 92. Take a close look to see if you can come up with the answer. Make sure to give yourself enough time, as the answer may not be obvious. Are you ready? Let's move forward and dive into the details of this cognitive puzzle together. Typically, when we see the number, we think of the number as a whole, but not in this particular question. In this question, the pattern is very unique. You need to use the digits in the left circle to create a subtraction expression. Calculated value of this expression is squared to calculate the value on the right. Let's look at the examples. For example, in the first row, we see numbers 125 on the left and number 49 on the right. But instead of treating 125 as a single whole number, we need to create an expression, 12 minus 5, which would be equal to 7. And 7 squared equals 49, which is exactly the number on the right. The tip here for you is when you see similar questions on a real test, consider breaking down numbers into smaller digits and doing mental math calculations with these digits. To calculate the missing value, let's look at the numbers 146 on the left and number 64 on the right. From 146, let's build an expression. 14 minus 6 equals 8, and 8 squared equals 64. So the correct answer here is choice B, 64. To solve this challenge, let's draw the inspiration from an amazing entrepreneur, Barbara Corcoran, who once famously noted, "The difference between successful people and the others is how long they spend time feeling sorry for themselves." So let's always remember that each test question is an opportunity for you to move forward and get closer to your career goals, no matter what the challenges are. You're presented with 10 letters. The letters you see on the screen are S, O, N, T, I, P, M, R, O, O. You need to build English business word, and you need to use each letter only once. Time's up. Are you ready to show your answer? Well, since I want you to succeed, I'd like to give you a hint. This word refers to marketing activities that aim to increase customer engagement, sales, and brand visibility. Still couldn't solve it? Well, here's another hint. The word starts with the letter P, and the word ends with the letter S. I'm pretty sure you've guessed it by now. The word is promotions. Promotional activities can include discounts, special offers, advertising campaigns, and events designed to attract more customers and encourage them to purchase products or services within a specified period. It's a 10-letter word and is spelled as Promotions. Well, it's time to do something different now. Let's test how well you're absorbing the material. I have a question for you to practice your skills. With this question, the spotlight is on you. Take the lead in solving this question on your own terms and post your answer in the comments so I can share with you my feedback. I have full confidence that you will shine with your brilliance right now by solving this challenge. You need to select the answer that best describes you. And the answer should be based on the statement I'm about to read. I am more productive when I don't have to take risks as part of my job. You're presented with 7 possible choices. Choice A, strongly disagree. Choice B, disagree. Choice C, somewhat disagree. Choice D, not sure. Choice E, somewhat agree. Choice F, agree. And choice G, strongly agree. The good thing is you can tackle this challenge on your own. And then please share your solution in the comments. I'm looking forward to discussing your answer and providing some feedback. Thanks for getting involved, and good luck with this intriguing challenge. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate you for helping us to become one of the largest YouTube channels to help people become smarter, increase your IQ, and to pass any test. If the content of this video was helpful, please make sure to click the like button to help YouTube algorithm promote this video and help other people to find it faster. Giving us a like is also a way for you to tell us that you need more content like this, and when you tell us, we will deliver it for you in the future. For links to free and premium resources, please check the description and comments of this video. You can also go directly to our website, howtoanalyzedata.net, to download the materials related to this topic. I really appreciate your endorsement, support, and patronage of this channel. and thank you for considering to become a member and considering to subscribe. Please leave feedback, suggestions, or corrections in comments, and all the best on your journey. I'll see you in my next video.